Hey, how are you guys? So tonight, I went out with my son to a little local sandwich place and we had a lot of fun. He got to throw darts. I got to have a real sandwich. When I was 16, my first job was working in a deli where we made really deluxe, made to order sandwiches. And I like sandwiches. And yes, I need to get out around people. I am in my house way too much. And I think the world is a certain way when I think it's different. So I've got to get out and see what it really is. However, my son and I had a very interesting conversation tonight, which really made me understand a lot more of what's going on in people's brains. We went to a gas station and I thanked the clerk by his name. I said, "Thank you, Johnny. Have a good night." And my son's like, why do you know his name's Johnny? I'm like, well, it's written on his shirt. He said, well, why do you call him by his name? I said, to make him feel special. He's somebody who's working there. He's not just somebody who's working there. He's Johnny. He's got a personality and feelings and emotions. And so I'm calling him by his name. He goes, but why? I said, I want him to feel cared for. Because I like it when someone calls me by my name. I asked my son, I said, do you like it when people call you by your name? He said, kinda. I said, okay. So we were driving and I'm thinking, like, kinda is not an answer. I said, do you like it when someone calls you by your name or not? He's like, kinda. I said, no, that's not the right answer. I said, you need to take a big breath. Think about it and then give me your answer. I need a yes or a no. You need to know if you like it when someone calls you by their name. And he said, okay. So we kept driving and I said, do you have your answer? He goes, yeah, I like it. I said, okay. So now just pay attention. When someone calls you by their name, know that you like it and enjoy it. And soon it'll be habit. He won't have to think about it. But he'll now know that when someone says Aryan, he likes it. It's not kind of. We have access to so much information in today's world. We have so much coming at us. I don't watch much TV, and this place has TVs around, and they were showing somebody talking, and that someone talking about something else is showing a advertisement for another company behind them. And there was another company on the bottom. So in that one screen you're seeing on TV, you're seeing 4 different people trying to get your attention to have you buy something or to watch them more often. And it's a lot. There's a lot of stress on that one little screen to make you do something. And we might not look at that. We're so dead to it now that we don't really understand, but our subconscious does. That's why, for me, I need to walk my truth. I need to know my truth. I need to understand who and why. However, I can't get in the weeds about it either because there's so many things I have to know. I have to know my business. I work in 3 different businesses, folks. And I have to know each one. And I've got to shine in each one. So I don't have time to go deep on the weeds on some of this stuff because I don't have the mind space. Then you add in social media, then you add in this, then you add in that. We have our time so filled by so many things that are constantly requiring our attention that the more we don't know, the more confused we get. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why Americans are not truly happy. Why there's so much anxiety here. There's so much information. There's so much pressure on being part of it and understanding it and knowing it. So I've been living simply for friggin' years. In India, we got shows years after they came out with most of it chopped out. So you just get used to simple. And now living back in America with a, beautiful, big, fancy house. Thank you. But I had to take care of it. You gotta think about the yard, you gotta think about the trees, you gotta think about this, you gotta think about that, you gotta think about this. There's a lot of crap. You gotta think about making money, you gotta think about working, you gotta think about spending time with my kid, you gotta think about taking care of him, making sure I'm doing what I can to be a good mom. There's so many requirements on me that I have to know what my truth is. And by knowing what my truth is, I can walk that path much easier. I love to talk to people. So going to the park every day is one of the best things I can do, because I can go there and I can talk. And whatever I talk about, I just come from a place of love. And it works out. It always works out. And then I see that person again and then, oh, you're that woman. Yes, I'm that woman. You know what? I love you because God made you. And that's all that's important. And I'm very blessed because that's who and what I am. I'm an entertainer, and I'm a person who loves others deeply. But I've been told tonight that I'm a picky-ass woman. When it comes to that one man who's going to have my heart, yes, I'm a picky-ass crazy woman, because I want someone who's going to match me, and I know he's coming. So who are you? What is your truth? What are you going to do about it? And if that's too big, no problem. Cut it down. Make it real small. But what is your truth for that very moment, where you're standing at? In my kitchen, where's my truth? And my truth is I like coffee in the morning with half and half. And for you guys, I know it's your rituals. And you've had rituals forever. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I haven't. So I'm creating them. Or I'm creating rituals in a place that's going to be home. But are you sure on that truth? And is there something else that you want? And how can you get what you want without smashing others? By raising others up. Because it can happen. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to me. Have a phenomenal night. It's been very nice being out in public. We are definitely going to be going out more. And I'll be doing what I do best. Having fun. Take care of yourselves. Lots of love. Good night.